Modi and the 2002 Gujarat Riots. No matter how many years pass, no matter the clean chits given, the vicious propaganda against Prime Minister Narendra Modi just never seems to end. Beating the dead horse on this occasion has been the BBC, which recently released a heavily lopsided, false propaganda documentary on the Gujarat Riots. BBC's so-called investigative documentary comes with a preconceived narrative in the form of a tailored script pandering to an anti-Modi agenda. So why is the BBC trying to rake up a settled issue? The Prejudice documentary has been released with just over a year to go for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Incidentally, it also comes at a time when India has overtaken its former colonizer Britain to become the fifth largest economy in the world. The fact that today India is politically stable and economically prospering under the strong leadership of PM Modi, who has catapulted India to the status of a global power, is unsettling for the West. As MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi rightly said, the bias and the lack of objectivity and frankly continuing colonial mindset are belatedly visible. Nevertheless, if the BBC's objective was to belittle India, they could have at least done a better job instead of producing a shoddy documentary. Several Indian courts, including the Supreme Court, have time and again ruled that the Gujarat riots were brought under control swiftly, and there is no evidence to suggest that the state government had asked the police not to take action against the rioters. However, to further its propaganda, the BBC documentary shows the former UK Foreign Secretary Jack Straw referring to some internal UK report about the role of the then Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi in the riots. R.B. Srikumar, who's currently an Aam Aadmi Party member, is no stranger to fabricating stories and slapping false cases. This is the same person who had accused ISRO scientist Nambi Narayanan of selling sensitive information to Pakistan. Srikumar, along with the controversial cop Sanjeev Bhatt, had fabricated stories to besmirch Narendra Modi. Sanjeev Bhatt, in an affidavit filed before the Supreme Court, had said that he was present during the meeting in which Modi had allegedly instructed police to give the rioters room to vent out their anger and to teach a lesson to those involved in the Godhra train burning incident. However, the Supreme Court constituted SIT later found that Sanjeev Bhatt had throughout been lying through his teeth and that he had never attended the meeting called by the then Gujarat CM. In its closure report filed in February 2012, the SIT revealed that Teesta Setalwad had concocted several stories of killings during the Gujarat riots. In fact, the SIT found many cases where witnesses had falsified information to give imaginary accounts of riot incidents as tutored by Setalwad and other NGOs. Based on the SIT report, the Supreme Court eventually gave a clean chit to PM Modi and put an end to the baseless accusations, but the verdict was challenged by Teesta Setalwad and her coterie. However, the Supreme Court on 24 June 2022 upheld the clean chit given to PM Modi and dismissed the petition while coming down hard on Teesta Setalwad, observing that she had exploited the emotions of petitioner Zakia Jafri for her ulterior motives. By not presenting the views of the courts, the investigative agencies, and the fact that PM Modi was exonerated by the highest court of India, the BBC has violated all norms of editorial integrity. On the other hand, the BBC in its documentary tries to whitewash the role of Islamists by disputing and downplaying their role in the Godhra train burning incident that charred 59 people to death. The truth of the matter is that BBC's documentary is a brazen attempt to create an atmosphere of communal unrest in India by contradicting verified facts. Whatever their agenda is, Indians do not need the erstwhile butchers of nations to lecture them on human rights, and their tirade against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the leader of a peaceful, pluralistic, politically stable, and the fastest growing economic power of the world, must come to an end.